Hello, hello. I just thought I would just see who's around. I'm not even going to be live for that long, but on the off chance some new subscribers might be around, I thought I'd say hello. Whilst at the same time, in the background, you can hear two dogs fighting. So that's quite an exciting live to start off with, isn't it? Dogs fighting and me just waffling. So say hello if you're out there. Recently, or you might be catching up with this because I'll leave it in the stream. Dog very excited. It's a puppy. Yes, what was I going to say? Hello, Leslie. Hello, Leslie. How are you? Can you hear the dogs in the background? That's quite exciting, isn't it? You don't get this on every live. So I have a fairly new puppy, right? Who's just, I think, 4 months, 5 months old, and an older dog. And the puppy is terrorizing the older dog. As I was saying, living the dream, living the dream. And there they are, right at the side of me. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look at that. Ah, God, Moria, finally a name. Hello. This is nice. Dog, very, very excited. But the older one has had enough now, and I really don't blame him, to be fair. This is like an action live, isn't it? How come you found me on here? I didn't bother telling anybody I was going live over on TikTok because I thought, well, nobody's really going to be around. And I'm not really sure how long I have, as in, I'm not sure when I'll have to go, either because of the dogs or because of a child, or because another child has returned home. Oh, did you? You're very good. You're very desperately loyal. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's also a little weird to have a name to put to Garden Warrior. It's blown my mind a little. So that's really interesting. I said this, didn't I, on TikTok the other day? I would love to have like a really big webinar where we all just see each other, because you guys see me, but I don't know who you are. You're very obedient. You're very obedient. Well, I thought I'd come over here because I've had like loads of extra followers recently. So I thought I'd try to connect with some of them. But I will leave this up on the channel so that they can see that I tried. I have to check what the dog's doing, because he seems to be able to find everything that he shouldn't have and eat it. And he's now spotted himself in the his reflection, which means he might start barking again. Because the dog that he's reflecting, he really loves that dog. So anyway, how are you, Leslie? Are you well? How's the garden? How's life? You love dogs? Yeah, well, I never used to until I had one. And now, yes, I think every family should have a dog. I didn't have a dog growing up, so I've had to learn how to be around dogs. But like my children, I've only ever had a dog. Do you know what I mean? And they're fearless with it. Hello, Tony. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm trying to open this. There you go. I've done it now. Thank you. I have to check on the dog. The garden is gradually full. Do you know, I just thought that I've just been out doing some exercise. Don't laugh. And I thought, oh, the winter, the autumn, all the leaves on the trees were all changing colour and falling off. And there's something quite nice about it, isn't there? And something quite renewing, I think. Even at this bit when it's all falling apart, I don't think we have to wait until spring to think it's renewed. But it is going to mean we're going to have loads of leaves to sort out, which I'm not such a big fan of. I have to check on the dog again, I'm afraid, because he's gone a bit quiet. Axel! Yeah, I don't know where he is now, so he's probably eating everything. Axel! What's this? It's a good name, Axel, isn't it? My youngest called him that, after Axel Heck in the American comedy program, The Middle. Two blokes cutting back the laurel hedges. Yeah, we need a bit of, what do you call it? I want to say proning. It's not proning, is it? Is it proning? Get out of the bin, you daft thing. You know, when you cut back the trees. It is pruning. Is it pruning? It's not pruning, Leslie. It's something else. But it is sort of pruning, but they call it something else. So why I'm thinking it's proning. No, it's not though, is it? I'm going to look it up after. I've had it done twice before. So basically they cut back all the trees and they cut all the branches down. Axel. Yeah, Axel is a really good name. But importantly, it's spelt without an E, as is the character. But it's very, very... Pollardin, that's the flipping name. Yes, thank you. We need our trees pollarded. That makes it sound like I have a really grand garden, doesn't it? But we just have this one tree. Yeah, Axel, yeah. But we just have this one tree that sort of takes all of our light, so we have no choice but to do that. And it's right over the kids' swings, so it's not a bit... It's a little... Like loads of bird poo, you know, on the swing they have to sort out. This is the most riveting live ever, isn't it? I can hear myself. So how are we all doing? How are we doing with what's going on in the government? Do we think Rachel Reeves should go? Personally, I think that would be a bloody disaster because all the markets will kick off, wouldn't they? But it's interesting, isn't it? This intense scrutiny over, I don't know, seemingly tiny things. But and I don't understand. We've come into a culture where we're calling for resignations all the time. I mean, the Tories, I've noticed, say, well, they wanted Boris fired just for eating cake. And of course, it wasn't just for eating cake. It was for literally breaking down the lockdown rules. But it's interesting how things are framed, isn't it? There's got a massive oak tree, cost a fortune trim back. Nice. Yeah, I don't even know what our tree is. I'm not very good with nature. My partner knows and tells the children exactly what all the things are. I just go, that's a tree. Although, I think I did say this to you, they did buy me like a veg trudge for my birthday, and I grew tomatoes, and I've got a whole load of nice herbs there as well. Yeah, the argyballs is too much. It's too much. I don't really know. Like, I don't understand what they want from it. Tony, the woman in Labour are getting big. Yeah, this is a Tony, isn't it? Like, also, Pochin wasn't in Parliament with Farage yesterday. I mean, probably one would suspect because choosing the ship, but that's besides the point. Hello, SM Green. Look at it, all my little TikTokers. Hang on, I can hear the dog and I don't really know what he's doing. Bear with me. Axel! You know when you can hear paper tearing and you know it's not good? That's where we're at. He loves a bit of paper. Can you hear that paper? I feel like I should check. Hang on. Stay there. Don't move. And hopefully the laptop will stay. Hang on. Axel. Here. Silly. Right, it wasn't paper, everybody. It was a leaf. A leaf had blown in, and this was in his mouth. And he was looking guilty. Right. Sylvia, see, now I know your first name as well. Sylvia, your first YouTube live. Well, welcome. Look at that, my TikTokers. It's working class women, though, isn't it? I think. Axel, it's working class women, and I think it's because they don't play the game properly. Sylvia, how did the show go? Well, it's still running, actually. We opened on Monday and we closed on Sunday, but it was brilliant and it's really good. And if you've got any children, get yourself down to St Martin's Theatre in the West End and go and have a little look. I think the cast are fab. It's a lovely little show, just an hour long, so not too long for children. And it was quite nice because opening in the West End is obviously quite a big deal. But my son came with me as my first night guest, so that was nice. Well, say first night. It was in the afternoon, actually. It was 2 p.m. But you know what I mean. So that was really nice and quite special to go with him. I thought. So that show will finish on Sunday, and then I've got a couple of weeks before I start Panto. So it's a little bit full on at the moment. Hence the reason there's not very many lives. And I'm only able to go live this evening because my partner's out with one child and I'm in with another one. So I'm basically procrastinating on YouTube as opposed to doing any work. But how are you anyway, Sylvia? Are you well? How's your work going? I say this every time. I much prefer lives on YouTube. You're busy with work. That's good though, isn't it? Like we like being, you're freelance, aren't you, as well? It's just nice being busy. See, they might put talking of freelance, they're saying that taxes might go up for self-employed people. Did you see that in the budget? There's your first live YouTube. Well, to be fair, this is only my second one. Maybe no, my third one, possibly. But I don't really understand why. But my YouTube, which I'm just posting my TikToks on at the moment, I do a couple of extra ones, but not very much. Uh, has suddenly sort of taken off, and I went from like 200 subscribers for the longest time, and suddenly I've got 800. Project finishing one. Oh, very nice, Sylvia. That's good. I tell you what, I've started as well. Um, I've started a Substack. Somebody got me onto it, and I'm really interested in it because as you might know, because I've always written. I've always written articles and stuff for um, industry newspapers, and I do a blog, and I've got a blog on my own website. But I thought I would try to blog a little bit around the topics that I'm doing the videos on. So less facetious, really, and a little bit more like what really is happening. So there's a Substack now as well called the Accidental Disruptor. It's all free and stuff. But do go and have a little read. It might even be interesting. I say it might be interesting. I've done 3, I think, already. But one of them, the first one, tells you why I'm the accidental disruptor. Although I think you two know because I think we've spoken about it before. But I sort of give the history of the name. It's an app, Leslie. So you just get the Substack, or you can go on the web. So it's like a social media app, but it's for written stuff. Really good, really brilliant. I think you two would love it. Loads of great pieces on there. Axel. But by really good journalists. Carol Cadwallader is sort of over on there. And it is writing obviously all about like what's going on in the press. That's really interesting. But there's loads of free stuff. That's some you have to pay for, but there's loads of free stuff as well. Really interesting listening to like proper independent journalists. Left-leaning ones like Lewis Goodall over there. Right-leaning ones like Adam Brooks. So, something for everybody. I think it's good. It's for me, in truth, it's like there's too much over there. I don't. It comes into my feed, and it's like, oh my god, I haven't got time to read it. But it's like having a curated newspaper. But I think you two would like it. You might not like my Substack, but you like other people's. What do you think of the show, Mousetrap? My daughter is into investing. Well, it's interesting, Sylvia, because my show at the moment is in the same theatre as the Mousetrap. So we're in the daytime, and the Mousetrap takes over at night. And I've never seen it. From what I hear, it's become sort of quite the tourist attraction. And it's some people might feel it's a little bit dated. Some people feel it's really quaint. But it's live theatre, so go watch. Hello, Glenn. I have to go to. Oh no. Oh well, thank you for joining, Glenn. Go to bed. I had my flu jab quite a few weeks ago. Bless you for being a wimp. I was all right after mine. I had a little bit of an achy arm, but that was it. Axel can't say bye, Glenn, because he's being a little bit mischievous somewhere, I suspect. Who else is lurking? Who else is hiding that hasn't said hello? Leslie, you've got your flu jab on Saturday. It's all right, the flu jab, isn't it? I was there, like, first week they offered it to me. I was bang in there. It's just that I was so busy, I didn't really have time to get ill, so I thought I'd better get the jab. So the lives on YouTube stay in my feed. I can save them, which you can't do, can you, on TikTok? So if somebody is watching this later, then thank you for subscribing, because that's what I was trying to do, to connect with subscribers. Nobody's having the COVID jab, are they, this year, it seems? Which struck me as a bit weird. Partner the COVID jab. One of them I felt a bit rubbish after. I haven't had one this year. My partner was quite poorly after the COVID jab. But then they're also clinically vulnerable, so they might be ill regardless. Deepcast, hello. Oh, well, thank you very much for discovering it. I hope you like what you're seeing. Leslie, you're not old enough to... I don't think I can be then. That's made me feel quite youthful, to be fair. I'm not really sure what Axel is trying to get at now. I'm not sure whether I should check or not. Whilst he's very cute, he's already done quite a bit of damage to the carpet. Over 75, or clinically vulnerable, isn't it? I think, Leslie. Yeah, Sylvia, why do we think... Yeah, Axel is quiet, Leslie, and that's making me a bit concerned. Although he's growling a bit. Hang on, Sylvia, I'm coming back. Why do we think... I'm checking on Axel. Why do we think we're not investigating the Russian thing? Start typing your answers when I check on the dog. What are you doing? Come with me. Shut the door so we know at least where you are, actually. Right, I've got a sheepish looking Axel, so I don't really know what he's done. Maybe they're checking. Well, I did think that. Yes, and I also thought about the sentence as well. So potentially waiting for the sentencing, more will come out. But then because he said he's guilty, we don't hear all the details, do we? But is that why Farage is flooding the zone? Because there's the fraud case over in the EU Parliament. I quite like the hypothesis I heard today that it has to come, like, there's, who is it? Greens MP, Caroline, whatever her name is, who, or ex-MP, and her and a couple of other people have taken the government to the European courts to find out why they're not protecting our national security. And there's a hypothesis that if the courts say they have to, then it's not a political thing. Yeah, Leslie, I hope he does as well. It'd be delicious, wouldn't it? No, she hasn't been found guilty yet, Sylvia. That we'll find out whether they have deemed her guilty. There's the Nathan Gill stuff going on. He gets sentenced next week, isn't it? There's his partner. We'll find out whether that is being pursued as fraud. And of course, there's all the stamp duty thing. Are we really waiting for a sentencing? I thought we just waited. Oh my God, the dog. It's Nathan Gill sentencing next week, isn't it? But you two are telling me I'm wrong, which I could very well be. Well, if she's sent down, then surely he's culpable as well. Gosh, that's interesting, Sylvia. I must have misread that. Look, the dog's just got the Halloween cloak for my son's dressing up stuff next week. He's dropped it now. Next week, tomorrow. It's Halloween tomorrow, isn't it? And my youngest wants to go trick-or-treating. Nathan Gill's next week. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking. I don't know what the dog's got. And judging by his face, doesn't know what he's got either. Let me just check what it is. Sorry. What is it? Oh, you can play with that. Ooh. He's just found one of my son's little crystal rock things. And seemingly that's keeping him out of trouble. Although he's kind of, I don't know what he thinks it is. It's like he thinks it's a mouse or something. He thinks he's got buried treasure now. I digress. Farage has got a lot going on, hasn't he? In my opinion, if she gets guilty, then the government... Well, but she's being done for the funds to UKIP, isn't she? Leslie, some strange that reports on people. It's really weird, isn't it? And I don't understand it at all. And then, because I don't know if you saw today's video, like it feels so conspiratorial to be saying all of it. But there seems to be like really glaring questions, right? Parliament. Interesting. The thing is, they can't do anything with Farage, can they? Unless they're 100% sure that he's done it. Otherwise, they'll be on about lawfare. So their case has to be watertight. Axel's having the time of his life. He's underneath the TV table now. But I wonder if, like, I was thinking this week, I'm not even sure whether I believe Farage is a Russian asset. I think he just wants the funds from it. Do you know what I mean? He's not bright, Farage. I wonder whether this is some low-key style builder case in pounds. Yeah, I hope so, Leslie. I hope he really pounces. Oh, I don't think that, Sylvia. Why do you think that? You know me, I'm all for a conspiracy. I don't buy into it, but go on. I tell you what I'm livid at the moment. Those 5 grooming gang survivors that have had to ask Farage to apologise and he hasn't done it. Yeah, no, Soviet. But do you know, that guy had additional needs, didn't he? It's like, it's awful what he did. I'm not condoning what he did at all, but it's also quite awful that somebody was vulnerable, regardless of who and what they are. I don't know, like, there's a duty of care to prisoners as well, right? As I hold my nose one more time, I'm very excited. I get my nose operation in a couple of weeks, which means I might not have to keep holding my nose, which I'm very excited about. You can hear that, can't you? Axel's found something again. Axel. Leslie, my partner and 2 of my family have all worked in the prison. They explained there are checks. But Leslie, I get that. But one of the followers on here actually, and I did check it out because I thought they must have been mistaken. Over 2. Hang on, he's got something. Over 260 people were mistakenly released last year. Let me just get my son's skateboard gear off the dog. Axel, no. No, that's not yours. That's not yours. This is yours. There you go. Play with that. Axel decided this was now a fun toy for him. I hope James or I don't understand, like ex-prisoners and ex-guards will say they must have been deliberate. Yeah, I still don't buy into it though, to be fair. I don't know, Sylvia, but I was appalled that it was that high though. Because that seems like an awful lot of people, doesn't it, by mistake? So who do you think? You think a prison, but that'd be a couple of people in the prison service that deliberately let him go wanting to cause embarrassment to the government? And I've heard that too, but they said it's never happened on their watch. Interesting. I don't know, it's all bloody weird, isn't it? But the bloke, I don't know, he clearly had additional needs, right? And tried to hand himself in. 2 different prisons. Interesting. I don't know. I tell you, I get so concerned about what I learn when I'm researching for the videos. I daren't even think anything else. He did look vulnerable, Leslie. And you can't have the nuance of feeling sorry for him because whoa, look at what he did. And you can condemn what he did, but also think he's vulnerable, right? I don't even know what the dog's just found his own reflection in the TV. Axel's actually just getting cross with himself. No, Leslie, it does feel a little bit like that, doesn't it? He keeps Sylvia. He keeps finding the reflection. It's doing his head in. He's just tried to pour the telly to just get to know that other dog a little bit better. I mean, this live would be nothing without Axel. He's like the star. Oh, he's got that bloody gown now. You know when you have children and there's a part of you that thinks, I'll just let the dog actually just wreck that and that'll teach my child a lesson for leaving things lying around. But then you think again and think, no, it's not worth the hassle. I'm a little bit at that stage. He's off for a wander to see what else he can find. So a garden mirror in the garden with a dog, and I was thinking just today, I wonder what the dog. Oh, interesting. Oh God, a mirror would drive my dog bonkers. Not the eldest. The eldest would just ignore it, but the youngest would be beside herself. Who do we think? What do we think is going to happen in the budget? I think they should just go for it and put up all the taxes. Controversially. Yes, it is an expensive mistake. Hang on, I've got to just go and check what he's chewing. Stay with me. Bear with us, they say. Axel, what have you got? No. That's just Godzilla. You can't have that. So my youngest child is obsessed with Godzilla and likes making stop motion. So Axel decided that he would chew this now. It's like having the toddler stage again, isn't it, having a puppy? It's this time of night when he gets a little bit bored. Obviously not helped by the fact I'm speaking to you and not speaking to him. But I was playing with him for quite a while earlier. doesn't sound good, does it? It doesn't sound good. Hello, John. You think there'll be a nice rise in income tax. Now, they were saying, weren't they, that there's talk about her, something about rising income tax, but doing something with the national insurance. So there's something quite clever that she could do, apparently. I don't know what the budget will bring from trend the volume of haters. Oh, well, whatever it is, whatever they do, it'll be wrong. So they just will do whatever they think is the best, I think. We want capital gains income tax. Well, we just want it sorted, don't we? I tell you what baffles me. It's like everybody's forgotten that the Tories cut the rate just to get votes. So just putting it back to where it was would make a huge difference. I think Labour were really stupid to put in their manifesto that they weren't going to raise taxes. That was a really dumb move, I think. Not that I understand economics, but I still think that was a dumb move. Sorry, everybody, I need to check on the dog again. Hang on, I'll be back. Oh, Axel? All right. I don't know what he's got this time. He's under the sofa. I think we cleared the sofa out. It's like a soap opera, isn't it, the dog? He's just found his reflection in the door now. The employer should have... Yeah, I think I agree with you, John. That's exactly what I think they should have done. And they should name it. They should name that it's ridiculous that was done. That we couldn't afford it, but that's what we did. I would not want to be Rachel Reeves. I also would not want to be Rachel Reeves' estate agent that's let in her house for her. Axel will keep me fit. Well, something's got to keep me fit. Although I'm back on six-pack. Remember, I did it last year. I'm on my second wave of it. I better go and check. Hang on. Axel, no. That's not yours. Baby, come and sit down. That's all right. And now he's found an artist pad that he's decided he could eat that. Whoops, Daisy. Like he's going straight back for it. I have no control. I think this has been one of my better lives, hasn't it? Always getting up. Oh, I've got collapsed eustachian tubes, bilateral collapse of my eustachian tubes. So basically, the tube that goes from my nose to my ear, that is supposed to equalize the pressure, doesn't work at all. It's collapsed. And it's been like that for years. And I have like adult grommets put in regularly in both ears, called T-tubes. But the T-tubes aren't working. Well, one T-tube fell out. And rather than try to put in another T-tube, because I've had about 4 or 5 over the years, this has been going on like for donkey's years. There's a new thing that they can do. They shove a balloon up my nose or something, and it's supposed to re-inflate my eustachian tube. So I don't know, but that's why I do that all the time, because I try to equalize the pressure in my head, because otherwise I just hear myself breathing and it's like being underwater all the time, which is really frustrating. But I've been waiting for this operation for about a year now, and I'm very excited because, as you can imagine, with my job, it's not the best thing to have. A little bit like angioplasty. It's called a balloon something. Balloonoplasty, I don't know what it is. But seemingly it gets good results. So I'm very hopeful. The T-tube fell out, and then it left me with a perforated eardrum for the longest time. And then then it healed itself. Then they put another T-tube in, but that T-tube rejected quite quickly. So this is a little bit of a last-ditch attempt to try to help it. Oh, it'd be amazing, Leslie. Because, of course, when I'm doing the shows, I have to, as I'm playing, you see me doing that all the time, which is really frustrating. And it's weird stuff because it's pressure determined. So if the pressure outside is really bad, that impacts me. So when it's one of those hot days that's really humid and feels really heavy, that plays havoc with my inner ear and stuff. Or in certain rooms, that plays havoc with it. Anyway, I'm very excited to finally get it sorted. Hopefully. Does it cause me pain? No, no pain at all. It's just a pain. It is a pain, but I get no pain with it. I find it very frustrating, and sometimes as I catch the eustachian tube to try to equalize the pressure, it then deflates, and you hear it in my ear going, "Ah," which is well weird. I hope so, Sylvia. I've got a really good surgeon who understands um, the importance of it, i.e., for my job. So I feel very lucky. But I've had this. We don't even know how they collapsed, but they collapsed about 20 years ago. But it's always been managed with T-tubes up until now, but the T-tubes aren't working so well. It's weird, isn't it, when things go wrong with your body? It's a bit like a computer. It's always great until it goes wrong. Yes, it is day surgery, which is fortunate because the surgery is on the first day of Panto. Or maybe the first day of the second week of Panto. That's it, first day of the second week of Panto. So I should be in rehearsals, but they've very kindly given me the day off to go and get the surgery. And what they're going to do, they're going to do the procedure in both ears. Even this one isn't a problem at the moment, but there has got a T-tube in. So the idea is if they do both ears, then if the T-tube falls out of this one, it will be fixed as well. That's kind of the idea. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I very much trust the surgeon on this one. You'll all be pleased to know that Axel has given up now and is just sat at my feet. Like he's explored everything. Everything is still intact. Nothing's been broken. And I think it's job done for Axel for the night. He should now chill. He's just having a nice sniff. He's born in May and we got him in July. So he's very, very young still. We got the puppy. I said this on a TikTok live. We got the puppy because we couldn't afford to go away this year. And so we were always going to get a second dog. So we got the second dog as our kind of summer treat. So there was something to look forward to for the children. And it's been great. And it's been really good for us as a family, I think. He is just a baby, Leslie. He's very, very excited and very excitable, which is great because it fits in very well in this house. And my Hugo is going to be 5 in Fahrenheit. Yeah, so we get a second dog. Harold's loving it. Like it's given Harold a whole new lease of life. Harold's 9. But he's loving having Axel around. Even though Axel is really annoying, he loves it. And they play together. They're really lovely company for each other. We always used to have 2 dogs. I mean, sadly, one died. So we're sort of a bit of a 2-dog household, but we waited for ages because we had a child instead of a dog. And we wanted the child to get older. Thank you, Z1YZZ1. I very much appreciate it. I thought I'd do a live to say thank you to subscribers that have joined me. Where's Shih Tzu though? In double grooming fees. Yeah. No, I hear you. So Axel is a Pouchon, not to be mistaken with a Sarah Pouchon. So he's a poodle Bichon cross. But you're right, it's expensive, isn't it? Who do we think? I think Sarah Puchin would be kicked out of Reform before long. Leslie, you'd like to have a dog after we get up with my granddog. Why can't you have one, Leslie? Is there a reason? It's nice having a grand dog, though, isn't it? Oh, okay, that's quite an important reason. Although I would have been that partner. I was the partner that said no to a dog. Mind you, I was also the partner that said no to children, and that didn't work out well either. It's hard, isn't it? Relationships is just one long compromise. And is it a compromise, or is just somebody gives in the end, and we pretend it's a compromise to make ourselves feel better? Yes, Sylvia. What with? What can I give you advice on? Shoot or type. I am here to give advice. Type quicker, Sylvia. I'm waiting. I hope it's advice I can actually advise on. No friend has always been Tory, but now I think, oh, why have they gone Reform, Sylvia? I think one of my Tory friends is going to go Reform as well. What? Why? Let me just. Although there would be weeks of moaning, but yeah, but I bet they'd fall in love with it really quickly, Leslie. I bet they would. Try to get one that's house trained if you've got a partner that's not very happy. She said that thing about banging people in hands before pushing me. Yeah, that's tricky, isn't it? I think I think what's interesting is that there's been such a push within, certainly like in the theatre community and in the entertainment industry, to give better representation to people, that any representation looked like it was too much because it was more than there was before. But that's kind of the point. It wasn't reflecting society. So I suppose I understand why people might notice it. I guess what I don't understand is why people are bothered by it. Oh, I love it when they say that they're not finding jobs because of DEI. It's a really lovely reframe, isn't it, of they're just not getting a job. You should ask her why she thinks the husband is not finding a job because of DEI. I mean, the chances are, isn't it, that it'll be an age thing or something. No, I don't think you do cut ties. I always think you should stay with those people and keep giving them an opposing view. I've never cut ties with somebody because of their political beliefs. Leslie. Hello, Jane. How are you? Her husband hates it. Yeah, well, he will do because you're challenging. Thank you for joining me over here, Jane. Well, this is it, isn't it, Leslie? But they always get upset, like every Christmas, because the Christmas adverts show everybody. I mean, the fact of the matter is, advertisers would put on the telly, on the adverts, the thing that would sell the product. So if it wasn't demonstrably true that having ads that better reflected society was making the money, they wouldn't do it. Yeah, I'm very good, thanks, Jane. Hope the family are well. Wonder if Putin's ever been to London, if there's too many black people in Asia. Yeah, it's weird, John, isn't it? There's a theory, isn't it, that she is deliberately being used as their beta. So she says something terrible, everybody defends her, Reform get a little bit coy about it, but she's moved the Overton window, and she has done that twice. Personally, I think she's probably done that because she's a little bit of a racist, but that's um, that's me view. Your friend lived in London when she said it. Yeah, see, I find that odd. I find it odd to be racist in London, just because it's like so multicultural. Yeah, it's very Trumpian strategy, Jane. But none of them are very bright. And I guess my big question is who who's given them the strategy? Do you know what I mean? I thought, did any of you hear the Bloomberg interview with Farage? I mean, besides him being really tetchy, and I know I've said this loads of times, I say the same about Trump. I really don't think he's very bright. Basically, with her, Farage is she's right. We talked it. Well, I think you're right, John. It's a really helpful distraction, isn't it, from everything? We talk less about Russia. We talk less about fraud potentially, stamp duty. Spend all the time looking for something to be outraged. It must be exhausting, Leslie. I'd love to be in a production meeting for something like GB News Talk TV. Like that must be, what should we be angry about today? I think they have, Sylvia, and I think I've said this from the outset. I wouldn't be surprised if they won over the Senate. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. But I think then they'll just crumble because there is no infrastructure. And I don't really understand why, but they seem to be getting away with it in England. The Welsh press were quite brutal over that by-election. Really feel like Farage is following Trump, who's off the really meant that. Yeah, I know. Farage is following Trump, though, isn't he? I mean, they've named it as well, haven't they? Danny Kruger, who gives me the creeps, I'd like to say. Danny Kruger has said, yeah, we are following Trump, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I don't understand why the government don't do something about it. I don't understand why the government don't take control of the difficulties around social media. GB News cranks have problems all the time. Yeah, I know. GB News, Talk TV, X. I know most of you have left X now. But yeah, as we all know, it's like my hotbed for where to find out what everybody's angry about. X is extraordinary, like extraordinary at the moment. And the amount of lies and misrepresentation over there. But it all feeds into the mainstream media. And it's been amplified by bot accounts. It's not even real people are blowing these things up. Post-truth, yeah, no, I know, Sylvia. Extra damage to my mind. Yeah, no, I don't blame you, Leslie. I said this at the time, didn't I? That I thought people should leave because it is. I think you have to be really robust to not go down a dark place with X. See, says of the highest. I know. Well, John, he's always about this, isn't he? And then in the same breath saying, "Drop us a line if you think it could be you." Do you mean who sat at home going, "Do you know what, Zia? Yeah, I'm the highest caliber. I'm going to drop your line." I mean, the councillors have been awful. Zara Sultana has lost. Well, I've always said Zara Sultana has lost the plot. I think it's bonkers. I think she's her own worst enemy, and I think, controversially, I think she just needs to grow up. They had a really good chance to do something, I think, with those numbers that were following them, and they've mucked it up. I don't agree with their politics, but you still have a chance, don't you? Oh, I know she wants to leave NATO. I did a video about it, Sylvia. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Leslie, I agree. But but it's that same thing, isn't it? They're not understanding how the world works. Like, I've got serious concerns about Zach Palensky, but he really understands how social media works. He's a brilliant communicator. Same as Farage, a great communicator. They can change public opinion because they're persuasive, which makes them brilliant and it makes them dangerous. But there's another problem with your party now, isn't there? That they people haven't got the money back that they paid for their subscription because it was a different company. Like, it's all bonkers. It's sad, very sad for those people that had been holding out for that to be their great hope. So she's doing it. Yeah, I agree, Leslie. Every time though she does it, how the world works when he says you want to ban private. No, I know Sylvia, but everybody sort of loves that rhetoric now, don't they? Like, that's as daft as Farage saying some of his stuff. But we're in a world of sound bites. But I think, the government, and not that I want to particularly help them, but the Tory, everybody, they need to get on that bandwagon, don't they? They need to understand how they're selling things. Oh, I think he's a populist. I really don't like him. Like, something in my gut keeps saying it's not right, and it's quite when I try to do the videos, and I try to remain. Well, I'm not. I'm clearly biased, and I clearly have a confirmation bias, like we all have. But I try not to make it as simplistic as I don't know. There's something in my gut that just says I don't like him at all. And for sure, the that story about the hypnotist and stuff, that I find that difficult to move on from. Whilst understanding it was a long time ago and stuff. But I think, he's a trained actor. Maybe it's that I just know a lot of Zach's, possibly. Anyway, look, lovely people, I should go. I should go and take the dogs out. I see the Andrew form, Oh, do you know what? I'll rant about that, Leslie, before I go. I resent that that's all that's happening to him. I'd like get the police involved. Stop saying that we're teaching him a lesson by stripping him from titles that don't mean anything. Get the police and find out, did he do what he's been accused of doing? Yeah, John. Like, loads of people really like him. It's weird, isn't it? How we can all really take to somebody or really take against somebody. You see, interestingly, whilst I find Farage and his politics obscene, I reckon a night out with Farage would be really quite good fun. Whereas a night out with Polanski, I don't think it would. Tokenistic, yeah, I think so. Like, I wouldn't want to spend a night with Farage, but you know what I mean? He's got that energy of, like, the family member that you know is rogue, but it's quite funny. Whereas Polanski, I don't know. I just don't like it. It's weird, isn't it? Right, final 2 minutes. I'll throw up on first drink. John, enjoy it, enjoy it. If you was buying it though, John, drink it down. Um, what you all doing tomorrow? My usual TikTok question as I finish. We're getting the house ready for Halloween because my youngest wants to go a bit bonkers this year. Just playing part, or is he just? I think Polanski is about Polanski. I think it's the same as Farage. Oh, what else am I doing tomorrow? Oh, and I've got some clients tomorrow as well. I'm doing some counselling. So it's quite a chill day for me. What about the rest of you? Yeah, daughter trick or treating, very good, Sylvia. I've got to take my son. Don't really want to. I hate all of it, but we will. Planting bulbs. I love it, Leslie. John, what are you doing tomorrow? Jane, your Halloween with the grandchildren, Jane? I hate Halloween. I'm such a Scrooge around it. My youngest bloody loves it. I find it's become so American. Not even that I'm against what the Americans do. Work and then relaxing. Very good, John. Part job, work side. Love it. Look, we've ended on a nice garden note. Okay, listen, thank you for joining me on the live. If you're not on the live, but you're watching this after, then you need to keep up. You need to get on to the next live. Listen, everybody, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you. Thanks to people for following me over. It's been good, isn't it? All right, see you all soon. Bye bye.